Tio Hardiman here, President of Violence Interrupters not-for-profit organization. First and foremost, I would like to thank God for allowing me to take care of the business here in Chicago and across the United States and keeping me healthy on a regular basis, all right? Secondly, I want to thank everybody for attending the Only Way to Stop Killings in Chicago town hall meeting last night at Johnson Funeral Home on the west side of Chicago. A lot of people say, well, Tio, why are you organizing a town hall meeting in a funeral home? The main reason why is because of all the carnage in Chicago. Over 450 people have been killed so far, and over 2,400 people have been shot in Chicago this year. So the moral of the story is that everybody's going to funerals almost every day in Chicago anyway because of all the killing. We as a people have to really understand one important issue. If you took all the drugs and all the illegal guns out of the community, what reason would the police have to lock up African American people? See, the African American community is under siege. We have principalities out there that we don't really recognize, or we can't see everything that's going on, but somebody is planting drugs in our community, somebody is selling a lot of illegal guns in our community, and the youth are involved in self-destruction. So the only way you're going to stop killings in the African American community is African American people must unify once and for all. And I'm not saying unify to take over the system or anything like that, but unify to take over their own communities. That's the only way you're going to stop the killing. The young brothers need help and direction, but right now by the young brothers just doing everything they want to do, and they don't have to answer to nobody in the universe, that creates a chaotic situation. It's a recipe for a disaster. Those are our young brothers and sisters out there. We have to reach out to them. So my solution would be unity in the African American community. It's not about money, because when you add money to the equation, a lot of people get thrown off. We can make money once we organize all the people. I'm looking to organize over 100,000 people in Chicago, and it can be done to deal with our own people first and foremost. Number two, we need, for the short term, we need 500 to 1,000 young men and women to hit the streets of Chicago with us, to reach out to the young brothers on the corners out there and see if we can mediate conflicts on the front end, hopefully before anybody fires a shot. That's most important. A lot of groups out there and the police are in response mode, which means they come after the fact all the time. Anybody can come after the fact, get on the news, and talk a good program. I used to do it myself. But it's time to stop the killings on the front end, which is not as newsworthy as somebody that already lost their life. We as a people are under attack, and we have to understand this fact here. For example, let's take a page out of the past. Our ancestors were very resilient people. Anytime a people can go through the hardships or endure the hardships of chattel slavery and still come out and fight for their future generations, that is so important, because if it wasn't for our ancestors standing up for us, we wouldn't be here today. So the challenge today is to recapture our youth, and if our ancestors could help free themselves from slavery by fighting, staying resilient, not giving up, not giving in, you're going to tell me here in the year 2016 that we plan to give up on our youth and not address this issue and stop the killings in our community? We don't need another program. We need unity, people. And that's why I stand strong like I stand. And I'm hoping that everybody will receive this message. And I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for coming out last night to the event, because it was a pretty good turnout in the funeral home. And it's very important that we continue to build the momentum around this movement to stop the killings in Chicago. Thank you and take care.